All right, my friends, there are a couple different ways that you could figure out that there's something not quite right about that form. First, let's just kind of verify, that the denominator is factored correctly. X squared plus 4x plus 4, that does factor down to be x plus 2 quantity squared. So that's not the issue. Here's the issue. If you didn't notice it, here's what it is. When you add these two fractions together, my friend, the least common denominator is x plus 2. So I'll just say least, or L, what is that called? LCD? The least common denominator is x plus 2. It's not x plus 2 squared. So right there's something not quite right about this. So, and then if you're not sure why that is even a problem, then let's kind of drill it in. If you add these two together, you already can. It would be a plus b over x plus 2. And so if you think about it, you're never going to be able to win the denominator battle. You're never, with this kind of setup, you're never going to be able to get those two fractions to add up and equal what you started out with. So that's why when you have what's called a repeated linear factor, so really quick, let's just make sure you know what I mean. So repeated because you have it to a power higher than 1. But it's a linear factor because the degree on x is 1. So when you have a repeated linear factor, it's just going to change the way the form is set up. It won't change the process that follows, which should be a little comforting. So in a situation like this with a repeated linear factor, the form would simply be exactly what you see here, except you'd have a over x plus 2 plus b over the quantity x plus 2 squared. And I hope it makes sense that at that point, your least common denominator would be, what you started out with. So there you go. All right, my friends, now that you know what the form would look like for part B, I'd like for you to go ahead and start with that form and then see if you can finish the process out to figure out what the partial fraction decomposition is for x plus 1 over the quantity x squared plus 4x plus 4.